Recording. Yesterday we saw what is meant by methods, what is meant by variables, and how to create the variables and how to create the method. We saw that, right? Today we'll see what is the types of variable. Variable we saw, but what are the types of variables we have, right? So inside the variables, so variables have sorry. First, we will see what is the rules of variable. Okay, first we will see what is the rules of variable. So there are some rules to declare a variable. If you are declaring the variable, there are some rules. Okay, so what is that rule? Suppose if I declare the variable here, how we will declare the variable? First, we will write the integer, that is the data type, or integer, or in some any data types also you can use. So I'm writing here integer this time. Data type we will write. After that, variable name. So suppose this time I'm writing a equals to, suppose 10 I'm writing. Okay, data type, variable, and this is a value we are writing here. Okay, so what is variables and what are the rules to declare this variable? So variable is the name of memory location, and in that we are storing the value. So this value is storing here. What is the value of a here? That is the 10, right? But what is the rule? So first rule is that we have to declare the variable in any capital letter from A to Z, or any lower case letter from A to Z, and we can use the digit also from 0 to 9. So suppose if you are using from capital letter A to Z any, so we can use that. If you want to use any small letter from A to Z, that is also okay. If you want to use the digit also, that is also okay. But suppose now I am using the digit after the variable, after the character, or we can say that after the any character I am using the digit, so that time it is okay. But suppose if I start the variable name with the digit, so can it is okay? So no, right? If I start the variable name with the digit, so that time it is not okay. Means we cannot declare the variable name. We cannot start the variable name with the digit. We have to always start the variable name with the non-integral value. Okay, this is the integer value, right? This is the integer value. So we don't have to start the variable name with the integer value. We have to always start the variable name with the non-integral value. Means we can use here the any character. After character, if you use any digit, that is fine. But if you start the variable name with the digit, so that is not fine. Okay, if you are using single digit also, that is not fine. Okay, either you can use, if you want to use the digit, so you can use after the any character, or if you use with the digit before the means before, if you are starting the variable name with the digit, so that is not okay. Okay, so if you want to use digit, use after the any character or any word. Okay, now next thing is that first character must not be a digit. I just told you, like, first character, if you make a digit, so that is not okay. If you always start the there is the variable name with the non-integer value. This whatever rules we are seeing here, that will be applied for the class name, that will be applied for the method name, that will be applied for the object name as well. Okay, whatever rules we are seeing here, that will be applied for the class name, method name, object name, and the variable name, any name. It will be apply rule for the all the names. Okay, so now another thing is that blank spaces cannot be used in the variable name. Suppose if we want to write any blank space, suppose I'm writing A, B, C here. Okay, and I want to give a space here. So can it is possible? So no, blank spaces we cannot able to give it here. If you give here, it will give you the error. Now suppose I want to give any space and all here. So for that, what we will do? So we have two special character, that is the dollar and the underscore. Okay, dollar and the underscore. There are two special character we can use into the variable name, method name, or any name we can use. Okay, Java allows only these two special character here, that is the dollar and the underscore. Okay, dollar and underscore. So see, if I write here underscore, so that is also okay. If I write here dollar, that is also okay. Another thing we will try to do, suppose if I start the variable name with the any special character, suppose I'm giving him here the underscore. So can it is okay? Yes, it is okay. See, if I writing here the underscore with, if I starting the variable name with the underscore, so that time it is not giving any error. Suppose I am starting the name with the dollar. So can it is okay? So yes, it is okay now. It is not giving any error. But if you start with the digit, that time only it will give you the error. Either you can start with any character value, or you can start with the any special character. Special character means only two special character we have. There's the underscores and the dollar. Suppose if I use here the percentage sign, so can it will be useful here? Can it will be allow that? No, it will not allow that. If I use here, there is the asterisk. So can it is useful here? Can it will be allow that? No. There is hash I'm using, so that is also it will not allow. It will allow only the underscore as well as the dollar. If you use both the special character at the same time, that is also okay. After this special character, if I use digit, can it is possible? So yes, it is possible. But do not start the variable name with the digit. That time only it will give you the error. Okay, this is the another rule. After that, Java keywords cannot be used as a variable name. Inside the Java, we have many keywords. Okay, we learn keyword today only. So we have inside the Java, we have many keywords: abstract, continue, for, new, switch, assert. These all are the keywords only. If I use any name, okay, if I use any keyword name as a variable name, as a class name, as an object name, or the method name, so that time it will give you the error. Suppose here, yesterday we saw the new keyword. New keyword is responsible to create an object, right? What is the use of this new keyword? New keyword is creator used to create an object. Suppose inside the variable name I am giving here new. So can it is possible? No, it is not possible. We cannot give variable name as a keyword name. Okay, we cannot use keyword name. Sorry, we cannot use keyword name as a variable name. Okay, that time it will give the error. Not the variable name. If you give into the class as well, so that time also it will give you the error. If you use here inside the method as well, so that time also it will give you the error because these are the predefined words. What is meant by keywords and all? I will tell you today's only. But if you use keyword name as any name, that time it will give you the error. Okay, so simply you can start with character or you can write here the underscore or the dollar and do not start with the digit. Okay, after that here another rule is that another rule there is variable names are case sensitive. So what does this mean? Case sensitive, you know that I think so. If I write here system.out, okay, and here we have stored value 10 into this small a. We are storing this 10 into this small a. But suppose I want to print that say, suppose I am printing the small a only, and if I run this one, so 10 will print on the console simply, right? 10 is printing on the console. But suppose here I have stored the 10 into the small a, but I'm printing the capital A here. So can it is possible? No, right? It is not possible because these are case sensitive. If you are initializing the values into the small a, so you have to write here also small a. It is storing into the small a only, not into the capital A. Okay. If you are using here the small a, so you have to use here the small a only. Okay. If you are giving here a underscore b and directly you are writing here that is the ab, that time also it will give you the error because it is a case sensitive. Here also you have to give the a underscore b. That time it will print the value. Okay, so now 10 is printing on the console. So variables are the case sensitive as well. There is no limit on the length of the variable name, but by the naming convention, it is suggesting that we have to use the variable names from 4 to 15 characters. If I want to give the variable name, I can give any name, any number of name here. Like suppose I want to write the name, I can write any name. There is no limit. We can write any number of character, any number of digit. We can write it here. But naming convention is suggesting that we have to declare the variable name from 4 to 10 character. 4 to 15 character. Okay, naming convention is suggesting that we have to use from 4 to 15 characters. Okay, after that, variable names all should always should be exist on the left hand side of the assignment operator. So what does it means? So suppose if I want to initialize any value into the variable, okay, now 10 is stored into the a. Suppose if I declare the variable here only and I'm assigning the value later, a equals to 10, like that. This thing you know from the childhood. So if I write here a equals to 10, so that is also okay. This 10 is assigning into the a. But now what I'm doing, simple, I'm writing here 10 and here I'm writing a. So can it is possible? No, right? It is not possible. Variable name always should exist on the left hand side of this assignment operator. Assignment operator means this. Okay, that is the equals to. Equals to means the assignment operator. Today we'll see what is meant by operator and all. So this is called as the assignment operator. Variable name should be available on the left side of the assignment operator. And these are all the rules which are which is you have to follow while you have to declare we are declaring the variable. Okay. First thing is that you can use capital letter A to Z, small letter A to Z, and digit 0 to 9. Just remember that we cannot start the variable name with any digit. Okay. After character, if you write any digit, that is also okay. Either you can start the variable name with the character value, or you can start the variable name with the underscores or the dollar sign. Okay. And this only the two special character we can use into the uh, use while declaring the variable, or we can say that is a class, or you can say that that is the method. Okay, variables are the case sensitive, then we cannot give the blank spaces inside the variable. Okay, there is no limit on the length of the variable name, but naming convention is suggesting that we have to declare the variable name from 4 to 15 characters, and we cannot use keyword name as a variable name. Okay, and after that, variable should be exist on the left hand side of the assignment operator. These are all the rules you have to follow if you are declaring the variable. Anyone have any issues till now? Anyone have any issues, guys? Guys, anyone have any issues? Hello, am I audible? Okay. Now we will see what is the types of variable. Yesterday we saw what is meant by variable, and today we saw what is meant by what is the rules of the variable. Now another thing is that what are the types of variable? Instance variable, local variable, and static variable. These are the types of variable. So these are easy only. Just little bit concentrate on it. Okay. Just instance variable, local variable, and the static variable. So what is meant by instance variable? The variable which is declared inside the class but outside the method. That is only called as the instance variable. If you come here and if I remove from here, okay. Just I told you in first day only, when we create a class, the class will be start from here and class will be end here. Suppose if I write anything here after this closing braces, so we can say that there is the outside of the class. If we but also before the entry gate, if I write anything, so we can say that this is the outside of the class. If you want to write anything inside the class, so what we need to do? We have to write in between that, right? In between entry and in between exit, we need to write anything. Suppose I am writing A here now, so we can say that this A is inside the class. Now we can say that this A is inside the class. So what is meant by instance variable is instance variable means which is declared inside the class. So okay, so I will declare inside the class. Here only we have to declare inside the class, right? A equals to 10 I am declaring. Okay. Now what it is saying? Another thing is that outside the method as well. Suppose if we have a method here, there is a public void and m1 method I am declaring here. Any name you can give here. I am giving here there is the m1. Yesterday I told you how to declare the method. There is the access modifier, return type, and here I am writing the variable. That is the method name. And here I am giving curly brace open, curly brace close. So here also we are following the same thing. If you are writing before this, when I am writing before this starting the method, that is the curly braces, we can say that this is the outside of the method. But it is inside the class because class is starting from here, class is ending here. Whatever things you will write in between, that is the inside the class. We can say that one is inside the class but outside the method, right? After also if I write here, so we can say that one is outside the method, right? So now what this instance variable is saying, instance variable means the variable is declared inside the class but outside the method. That is only called as the instance variable. So see here, we are declaring this variable inside the class because in between these two things it is present, right? In between two things it is present means we can say that this is the inside the class and which is outside the method as well. So method is starting from here and it is ending here. We are not writing inside the class, right? So we can say that this is a instance variable, right? This says we can say that this is a instance variable now because we are declaring this variable inside the class and outside the method means this variable is called as the instance variable. This is the first type of variable. Now another thing is that what is meant by local variable? Variable which is declared inside the method. So if I declare any variable here, int b equals to 20, I'm writing here. Okay. Now, if I declare the variable as int b equals to 20, so can we say that this is a local variable? So yes, we can say that that is a local variable because local variable means variable which are declared inside the method, that is only called as the local variable. So we have declared this variable inside the method. See here, from here our method is starting and here our method is ending and we are writing the variable in between. So we can say that this variable is a local variable. Why we are calling this as a local variable? Because variable is declared inside the this variable is declared inside the method. That's why we can say that this is a local variable. Then what is the difference between the two things? We will see first these two things, instance variable and local variable. After that we'll see the static variable. Static variable is very easy. Okay, so here instance variable is there and local variable is there. Then what is the difference between them? What is the difference between these two things? So suppose this instance variable I want to access, I want to access this instance variable anywhere. So can we access that? Suppose I'm writing here system.out and here I want to print this A. So can it will be print? Can it is giving any error? So we'll come here and we'll write a main method here as well. Okay. And inside that, I want to print that method. So how we will call this method? How we will call the method? Anyone? Yesterday I told you, no? How we will call the method? If I run, yes, yes, object creation, right? Class name, yes, equals to new class, class name. Object we need to create, right? If I run directly means it will not call when method will be execute, when we will call the method, that time our method will be execute, right? Now if I want to call this method means simple object dot method name. What is the method name here? This is the m1. Right. If I write like that, what it will be print? Simple A will be print on the console because B only we declared here. So we'll try to print the B as well. So system.out again we'll write anything if you want to print. Simple we need to print into the system.out.println. Right. So here it will become JVM will come into the main method. From here it will become here we are creating object. We will create an object and after that object dot m1. So which class object is this? That is a test class object. So it will be see where is the m1 method into this class. So it will become here. It will find where is the m1 method. Here is the m1 method. Inside that what we are doing? Simple we are initializing the 20 into the b. What is the value of b here? That is the 20. The system.out.println. It will see what is the value of a here. It will become here. What is the value of a? 10. So 10 will be printed on the console first. After that, it will see B also we are printing. So what is the value of B here? So what is the value of B here? It is 20. So if I run this one, so 10 and the 20 will be printed on the console. 10 and 20 is printing on the console. Now suppose if I declare the another method here, public void m2. Okay, two methods I have created. Don't confuse in that. It is not a long code and all. Simple, I have created the method. Okay, simply I have created the method. First method, yesterday we saw how to create one method. Today I have created the two method. Now suppose if we have a two method, suppose we have a two method here, that is the m1 and m2. Now suppose I want to call this m1 method, sorry, that is the m2 method. Can we have to create an object again? This is the problem, right? This is the issue. Many people will face this issue. Can we have to call the object again and again? So no. If you are creating the object one time, then we can call the another method, multiple methods with this same object. So if I write here object dot m2, so now also it will be called. Okay, object dot m1, object dot m2 is there. Okay, inside that what I am doing, system dot out I am printing, and I am printing a here as well. Okay, now if I run this one, so what it will be print? First, it will be saved into the m1 method. So it will become here. What is the value of a? 10. What is the value of b? 20. Now from here it will become outside, and here it will be end the instruction. Dot m2, it will find m2 method inside the test class. Where is the m2 method? Here is the m2 method. It will come here from this thing, that is the enter gate. System.out.println. What is the value of a here? 10. So 10 will be print again on the console. So means 10, 20 and 10 is printing on the console. See, 10, 20 and 10 is printing on the console. Now suppose if I print here again system.out and again if I print here b, so can it will be print? Can it will print? It is giving the error. So why it is giving the error? So see, what is the scope of the instance variable and what is the scope of the local variable? Scope means where we can use that. So instance variable we can use anywhere inside the class. Okay, inside the class anywhere we can use this instance variable, but we cannot use instance variable directly into the static method. Okay, because static method allows only the static variable. See, suppose if I want to use system.out and here I'm writing a. So we cannot use this directly here because static methods allows only the static variable. Remember this thing, instance variable, we can use it anywhere. Suppose if I use here in m1 method, so that is also okay. See, I used here into the m1 method, that is also okay. If I use here into the m2 method, that is also okay. But if I here into the static method, so that time it is not okay. This method which is declared with the static keyword, that is only called as the static method. Okay, so wherever you see this method with the static, that is called as the static method. So if you are using here inside this inside the static method, you are directly printing the instance variable, so it will not print that. It will not print that. Then how it will be print? If I want to print that means with the object we have to print that. Okay. Now it is not giving the error. Okay. So it will be print as well. So but just remember that these things, if you want to print the instance variable will print anywhere, but it will not print, we cannot print instance variable directly into the static method. Okay, because static allows only the static data. Now, why we are not able to access this b into this m2 method? Because the method in which local variable is declared, in same method we can access this variable. We cannot access that variable outside that method. Suppose b we have declared into the m1, and if I want to this access this b into the another method, so we cannot able to access that because this is the local variable. Local variable scope is within that method only. Okay, means we can use this method variable wherever method we have declared this variable. In same method we can use this variable. If you use outside the method, outside this that method, so we cannot able to use that. Suppose we have declared this b into one method, so we can use this b into the m1 method only. If I use outside the m1 method, so we cannot able to use that. See, if I use here into the m2, so we cannot able to use that. If you use here, if you declare here, so you can use it here only. So that is the scope of our instance variable and the local variable. And the last is that is the static variable. So what is meant by static variable is, suppose if I declare the variable with this static keyword. Okay, if I declare the variable with this static keyword, so that is called as the static variable. Okay, it is same like an instance variable, but static variable belongs to the class. Remember one thing, the static variable, instance variable, local variable, this all belongs to the object, but this static variable will belongs to the class. Okay, static variable belongs to the class. And now this variable is converted into the static variable because the static variable which is declared with the static keyword, that is only called as the static variable. And this variable, what is the scope of the static method is, this variable we can access it anywhere into this static method directly as well. Okay, suppose if I write here system.out, okay, and if I print it a directly here, we can access it directly because static method allows only the static variable, and this is the static variable here. Okay, so we can access the static variable anywhere, like inside this m1 method, m2 method, as well as inside the main method as well. Okay, so that is the three types of variable we have. There is the instance variable, local variable, static variable. According to the your need, you can use this variable. Okay, so that is the types of variables we have inside the Java. Anyone have any doubt? Anyone have any doubt? Yes. 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 Nice question. See, suppose if I write here the return type, that is the integer. Okay, suppose I am writing here that is the integer. So what will happen now? Here I am writing the void as an integer. So that time what happening, we are not trying to return anything. If we declare the method, that method will return something. Okay, this is called as the return type, means which type, means which what things they want to return, this method wants to return. Suppose I am writing here integer now, so what will happen here? See, it is giving the error here. Why it is giving the error? If you write the integer type, that if you have any type here, that is integer, string, that time we have to return the value because inside the return type only you are writing the integer. So if you are writing inside the return type, that is integer, so you have to return the integer value. Directly you can return the integer value, or you can use the integer variable as well. Integer variable we have, so we can use this variable as well. Suppose I want to return the 100 from here. Now this 100 will return to this m2 method. And what will be the value of this m2 method here? That is the 100. If I print it directly, object.m2 we are calling here. If I print it directly, so that 100 will not print. Why that 100 is not printing? Because the value of m2 is 100. The value of m2 is 100. So we have to print this on the system.out.println. And now if I print it here, sorry. Okay. And here if I print object.m2, okay, now if I run this one now, so this time 100 will be print on the console because the value of m2 is 100 now. And suppose here whatever type we are writing, suppose this time I'm writing string here. So now this time what we need to do, we have to return the string type of value. You can return the variable as well, or you can return the string value as well. Suppose if I writing here string, so we have to return the string type of value. String type of value. I'm returning the string type of value here, that is Java. Now what is the value of this M2 here? That is the Java. If I run this one here, so see what it will be print? That is the Java, it will be print on the console. If I return from here, that is the character. So now this time what we need to do? We have to return here the one character value. Okay, so C I am returning. Anything you can return, that is a character value only you are returning. Suppose I am declaring writing inside a return type, there is a character, and I am returning here this integer type of value. So can it is possible? Yes, it is possible because it is a type casting issue. Okay, but if I writing here string and if I returning here the 10, so if I writing here string and if I writing here the integer, so that time can it is possible? If I run this one, so it is not possible. It is giving the error here. That is the we are declare here that is the return type string, and here we are returning the integer. Okay, here I am writing the string and here I am returning the integer. That is not possible. If you are declaring here string, so you have to return only the string value from here. Okay, so that is the use of our return type. And if you don't want to return anything, simple you can write here void, and don't have to use this return keyword as well here. Okay, okay. There are three types of variable we saw that is the instance variable, local variable, and static variable. Instance variable mean which variable? The variable which is declared inside the class, but outside the method, that is only called as the instance variable. After that, local variable we saw. Local variable means the variable which is declared inside the method, that is called as the local variable. And at last we saw what is meant by static variable. So static variable means the variable which is declared, which is this with the help of static keyword, that is only called as the static variable. Right. What is the scope of the variables is instance variable. We can use it anywhere, or we can access it anywhere, but we cannot access the instance variable directly into the static method, because what is the reason? Static method allows only the static variable. That is why we cannot use instance variable directly into the static method. Instead of static method, we can use instance variable anywhere. After that, local variable is there. So what is the scope of this local variable? The method in which the variable is declared. In same method, the variable we can access. Okay, if you want to access this variable outside this method, so we cannot able to access that because this is a local variable. This will be accessed into these methods only. It will not access outside this method. Okay, and at last we saw the static method. It is same like a instance variable, but it belongs to the class, not to the object. Okay, static method belongs to the class, and this variable also we can access it anywhere inside the this method as well, this method as well, and inside the static method as well we can access this variable, because static method allows the static variable, and this is our static variable. Okay, so these are all the things we saw into the static, that is the types of the variable. Now another thing we will see here, what is meant by keyword. Okay, what is meant by keyword? So keywords are the reserved word. What is meant by keywords? Keyword are the reserved word. This is also a simple one. See what is meant by keywords? Keywords are the reserved word. I will tell you one real life example. From that you will be easily understand. Suppose if we went to the bank, suppose this is a bank. Okay, if we went to the bank, inside the bank we have a many counter. Inside the bank they have many counter. Like suppose this one is our first counter. This is the first counter. Here we have another counter. Okay, and suppose we have another counter here as well. Here suppose this is a gate. This is a gate. This is another counter. This is another counter. Suppose this is a counter of the cashier. Okay, this is a counter of the cashier, and here this is a counter of our manager. Suppose this is a counter of our manager, and here our sorry, here our security guard will be there. Security guard will be there. Okay, here we have a cashier, here we have manager, and here we have a security guard. Okay, so now cashier will do the cash related work, manager will do all the it will manage the bank related work, and security guard will be do the security related work. Okay, so suppose if I tell cashier to do the security guard job, so can he will be do? No, right? He will not do the security guard work. If I tell to security guard, like you have to do the cashier work, he will able to do that? No, he will not do that work. If I tell manager, you have to do the security guard work, and security guard will be do the manager work. So can it will be do? No, they will not do that because they have some specific task. Okay, they have some specific task, and they will do only that task as only, and they are brilliant into that task only, and they will not do the another task. Okay, that is only called as the variable. Variables, sorry, that is only called as the keyword. Keywords are the same as like that. So keywords are the reserved word. So many keywords we have. So that is the class keyword, new keyword and all. Till now we saw the two keywords only. That is the class keyword, new keyword. Public, private, protected. These all are the keywords only. Public is protected. Then the return keyword. All are the keywords here only. So what they will do only that work they have assigned. They have reserved Java people reserved some work to that words, and that words will be do the that work only. If we take the example here, suppose if you come here, if I remove this all the things, no need. So see here, suppose I take the example of this class keyword. Class is a keyword here. So with the help of this class keyword, can we able to create an object? If I write here test, then if I write here object equals to then class keyword I'm writing here, then test, then open curly braces and close curly braces. So can it will be create an object now? No, it will not create an object because what is the work of the class keyword here? Class keyword has to work like class keyword is used to create a class, and who is used to create an object? There is a new keyword. New keyword is responsible to create an object, and class keyword is used to create an class. Right? Class keyword is used to create an class. New keyword is used to create an object. So they will do only that work only. If I write new keyword here inside the class. I'm using new keyword to create a class. So can it will be create class? No, because what is the use of the new keyword here? New keyword is used to create an object, and they will do only that work only. Class will be used to create a class. New keyword is used to create an object only, and they will do only that work only. They will not do the another work. Okay, that is only called as the keyword. So we have many keyword, new keyword, switch keyword, that is assert, abstract, boolean. Okay, do if multiple keywords we have. Return keyword is used to return a value. Try we are using into the exception handling. Throw also we are using the throws we are using into the exception handling. Then for keyword is used into the looping. New keyword, object, private, public, protected. These all are the access modifier, or we can say that these are the keywords. Integer we have. Then extends we are using inheritance. Then catch we are again using for the exception handling. We have a many keywords here. We are seeing when while learning the Java, we are seeing most of the keywords from the here only. No need to remember this all the things while learning the Java. You will know that which keyword is this. Okay, so these are the keywords. Have their work, have their reserved task, and they will do only that task as well. Only that is only called as the keyword. Keywords are the Keywords are the words that are have the reserved task. Okay, that have the reserved task. Or we can say that keywords are the special words that have the some special task. Then they will do only task only. That is only called as the keyword. Okay, these are the predefined words. Java they cannot be used as a variable name. Just now we saw that. So variable there is the keyword name we cannot use as a variable name, object name as well as the class name. Okay, so that is the use of our keyword, and that is the keyword. And many means if you are if you want to develop a project without keyword, so we cannot able to develop the project or the class, because keywords are the particular word that they can as a key to code. Because if you want to create a code, or if you want to create a class, for that we have to use the class keyword. If you want to create a class without keyword, how we will create a class? Okay, so they are as a key to a code. So this is all about the keyword, guys. Anyone have any doubt? Anyone have any doubt? Okay. Now, another thing is that is the operator. This is also easy part. So what is meant by operators? So operator is a symbol that is used to perform the operation. So as we know that from the childhood, right? We are doing the multiplication, division, modulus, subtraction, addition. Okay. These are the that is the plus, minus, division, multiplication. These all are the symbols only. And with the help of that symbols, we are performing some operation. If you want to add anything, if you want to subtract anything, if you want to multiply anything, we are doing the operations, right? These are all are the operations only. We are doing with the help of that symbols. If you want to add something, we are simply use the plus thing, plus symbol. If you want to subtract anything, then we are using the minus symbol, right? These are the symbols only. And with the help of that symbols, we are performing the operation. That is only called as the operators. Operators in Java is a symbol that is used to perform the operation. Okay, and if you take the example that plus minus there is a product and the division, this all are the operators here, etc, etc. Okay, after that there are many types inside the operator. We have many types inside the operator, but we are seeing here the some important things only. Okay, so first one is that arithmetic operator. This operator we are using from the childhood. There is a multiplication, division, modulus, addition, and subtraction. These all are the arithmetic operation. If you want to add anything, if you want to multiply anything, or if you want to divide anything, for that we are using the arithmetic operation. Suppose if I want to add anything, suppose system.out I'm writing here directly I'm doing, okay, simple. If I want to add 10 plus 20, so how will I write that? Here I'm writing 10 plus 20. And if I run this one now, so 30 will be print on the console. If I write here, that is a 10 minus 20 means minus 10 will be print on the console. So this type we can use this operator, that is the arithmetic operator. You can use with the variable as well. You can store this value into the variable. This value you can store into the another variable, and after that you can perform the operation on that. So it will be performed as well. But another thing is that suppose if you have some variable that is int a equals to 10. Okay, simple. I'm writing a equals to 10, and suppose I want to print this thing. Here I'm writing value of value of a I'm writing. And after that, how to write this a? If I write directly, can it is possible? If I write here plus now, so can it will add the value here? So no, this is called as the concatenate. Means it will be separate this string and this variable. Now if I print this one, so value of a will be, that is it 10. It will be print on the console. Now suppose we have another variable here as well, that is int p equals to 20 now. Okay, so that time what will happen? If I write here plus b again, that time what will happen? It will add this a plus b here. If I run this one, so 10 is and 20 only is printing here, because it is thinking like that. Here also we want to concatenate. Here also we want to concatenate. If I run this again, so 10, 20. Here also it is thinking like that. We have to concatenate, because here also we have concatenate. So here also we have to concatenate. We have to separate these things. But we don't have want to separate these things. We want to add this value. So for that, what we will do? Here we will write the parenthesis like that. We will separate that thing. Now if I run this one, see, it will be add the values. So this thing you have to remember that. Okay. After that, here division, modulus, addition, subtraction, these all are the arithmetic operation. This arithmetic operator, this you knows that, right? No need to tell how to multiply, how to division. No need to tell now, right? Because you knows from the childhood only, right? No need to tell how to multiply, how to divide division, how to do the modulo operation. Modulo and division. What is these things? So inside a division, if you do the division, that time it will store the quotient value. It will return the quotient value, whatever things inside the quotient. So that time it will return the quotient value. Suppose if I write here, if you take the example here, suppose if I write here 10 divided by 5. So that time what it will be do? That time what it will do? It will return the quotient value. 10 divided by 5 means 2, it will return on the console, right? 2, it is written on the console. It is returning the quotient value. But if I use here modulo means this percent set. What this time it will do? It will return the remainder value. It will return the remainder value 5, and then it will return 2. Then 10 minus 10, how much remainder? There is a 0. So it will remainder this time, there is a 0, right? So modulo, it will return it will return that is the remainder value, and division return a quotient value. Okay, so that is the arithmetic operator. Inside the arithmetic operator, or we have addition, subtraction, multiplication, and the division. Okay, so anyone have any doubt inside the arithmetic operator? Anyone have any doubt inside the arithmetic operator? Okay. Now another thing is that there is a logical operator. This is also okay. No worries inside that. The logical operator are used to determine the logic between variables and values. If we want to develop the logic between the variables or the values, that time simply we are using the logical operator. Instead that we have three types: logical and, logical or, logical not. Okay, so inside the logical and returns true if the both the statements are true. Okay, so what does this mean? And inside the logical or we have returns true if one of the statements is true. Reverse the result, return false if the result is true. So what does this mean? What they are saying here? So just nothing here. Simple logical and logical or and logical not is there. Suppose if you want to calculate the logical and, so that time what we need to do, simply you need to do here one thing here, one operation you need to do, that is the multiplication. Okay, multiplication you can do. See, A and B is there. The value of A is 0, value of B is 0. This simple we need to calculate the logical and it is denoted by the double and sign. Logical or is denoted by the double standing line and logical not is denoted by the exclamatory sign. We want to calculate the logical and. Here value of A is 0, 0, 1, 1. Value of B is 0, 1, 0, 1. These are the binary. In binary, I told you like there is only the 0, 1 and the 0 and 1. Okay. So simple here. And what is the 0 and 1 here? So 0, 0 means here that is the false. Okay. And 1 means here that is the true. Okay. 0 means false here and 1 means true here. Now, simple come here. Returns true if the both the statements are true. So what they are saying. And I told you like if you want to calculate the logical and that time we have to calculate the multiplication. We have to do the multiplication. So I want to calculate A double and B means A logical and B I want to calculate. So how will calculate? What is the value of A here? 0. What is the value of B here? 0. So just multiply that thing. 0 into 0. What we are getting here? That is the 0. Again, what is the value of A this time? That is the 0. What is the value of B this time? That is the 1. 0 into 1. What we are getting here? That is 0. Again, 1 into 0. What we are getting here? 0. Then 1 into 1 what we are getting here there is the one same thing they are saying here only returns true means what we have there is the one returns once if both the statements are one true means one right returns once if the both the statements are one this is the correct only if we multiply any number with zero so that time we are getting the zero right any number with the zero if we multiply that time we are getting the zero so we can say that returns true if the both the statements are the true that is only called as the logical and it is denoted by the double and. After that, logical or. If you want to calculate the logical or, that time what we need to do? We have to do the addition. Inside the logical and we have to do the multiplication. Inside the logical or, we need to do the addition. Here, calculate that. I want to calculate A double standing line B means A logical or B I want to calculate. What is the value of A? 0. What is the value of B? 0. 0 plus 0. What we are getting here? 0. 0 plus 1, what we are getting here? There is the 1. 1 plus 0, 1. And 1 plus 1, 2 will not come here. Here inside the binary, 0 and 1 is only there. So it will become here only. That is the 1. 1 plus 1, 1 we are getting here. And what they are saying, returns true if the one of the statements is true. Okay, if we add any number into the 0, so what we are getting? That number only, right? The same thing we are getting here 0 into 0, 0 plus 0, 0, 0 plus 1, 1, 1 plus 0, 1, 1 plus 1, 1. So what they are saying returns true if the one of the result is true. That is only called as the logical or. Okay, after that logical not is there. It is a simple thing only. If we have true, then it will return false. If we have false, it will return true. What is the value of A is 0? I want to calculate the logical not. So if you have a false, that time it will return true. False means 0. Right. If you have a false, that time it will return true. If we have true, then return false. Okay. So that is the our logical operator. And it is used to determine the logic between variables and the values. Okay. It will used to determine the logic between variables and values. Same like that, we have another operator also. There is the bitwise operator. Inside bitwise operator also, we have a two things, bitwise and bitwise or. It is denoted by single and. Here, if you notice that logical and is denoted by the double and inside that bitwise or is denoted by the single standing line, and here logical or is denoted by the double standing line. And same thing is here as well. Returns true if the both the statements are true. Here as well, returns true if the body statements are true. Same like that. Here also we have to do the multiplication, and here also we have to do the addition. Same thing here as well. But what is the difference between the bitwise operator and the logical operator? The bitwise operator are used to determine the logic on the bits. Okay, it will use to determine the manipulation on the bits. There is individual bits of the number. As I told you that day, there is a one here. I will write there is here one byte. One byte equals to 8 bits, right? 8 bits. So it will work on the bits. That is on the individual bits. It will be work on. But the logical operators are used to determine the logic on the variables and the values. If you want to determine the logic on the variables and values, that time you can use the logical operator. If you want to do the logic on the individual bits of the number, that time you can simply use the bitwise operator. And both have the logic as the same. Just remember that bitwise operator is denoted by single and logical AND is denoted by the double AND. Another thing is that bitwise OR is denoted by the single standing line, and same thing here. There is the logical OR is denoted by the double standing line. Logical AND multiplication, logical OR addition. Same like that here as well. Bitwise AND multiplication, bitwise OR addition. Okay, so these are the logical operator and the bitwise operator. After that, here we have ternary operator. This is very interesting and very useful operator we are using inside the Java. There is ternary operator. Inside a ternary operator, ternary means three. Okay, so inside that we have three operand. Operand means on which we are performing the operation. Okay, so here expression one, expression two, expression three is there. What is the syntax? Expression one, expression two, and expression three. If you have a little bit idea about if and else part, if you don't have any idea, that is also okay. But if you have idea on the if else part, so it is an alternative of the if else statement. Okay, it is a alternative of the if else statement. So see here, expression one, expression two, expression three is there. Inside the expression one, if we have a true value, then it will come into the expression two. It will take this value and it will store into this variable. If inside the expression 1, if you have a false value, so it will come into the expression 3, it will take the value, it will store into the variable. We will try to do one program here. Simple, I will remove this thing from here. Okay, and if I remove this from here, I will write the ternary operator here. So what will be the ternary operator will do? So I will write first we need to write a variable here. So I will declare one variable here. There is int a equals to simply I'm writing here variable this a you can declare here directly as well, or I'm writing here int a equals to int a only I'm writing and semicolon I'm writing. Okay, so a equals to I'm simply writing this expression one first. Inside the expression one, it will return true or false. We can write the condition as well, or we can write directly boolean value as well. Okay, so this time I'm writing here that is it true. After that, what we need to do here, expression one is done. Question mark. So question mark I'm writing, and here I'm writing that is the first. Okay, then again colon we need to write, right? This is called as the colon. So colon we need to write expression one done, expression two colon, and expression three is this. So I will write here that is the second, and here I will give the semicolon. Now simple, oh sorry, here it is string value is it will store, and I'm declaring the integer value. Okay, system dot out I'm writing here, and here simply I'm printing the a. Okay, simple I'm printing the a. So what I told you, here we have three expressions, first, second, and third. So what will happen if inside the first expression, if we have a true, it will take this second expression and it will store into this variable. Okay, it will take the second expression, it will store into this variable. Now suppose if we have a false value here, so what it will do, it will come into the third expression, it will take this expression and it will store into this variable. So this like our ternary operator will be work. So now this time suppose we have a false here, so what it will do, it will take this third one, right? It will not go into the second one, it will take this third one, it will store into this variable, and we are printing the variable here. If I run this one here, what is the value of a here? That is the second we is printing on the console. Right. Suppose I am writing here that is the true. This time first expression is true. So that time what will happen? It will come into the second expression and it will store into this variable a. If I run this one now, what will happen this time? This first is storing into this a and it will print first onto the console. Okay. If you take the example, that is real-time example, if you want to create, simply will create like that. Int b, or suppose I will declare the a value here only. A equals to 10 or a equals to 7 I'm writing, and here I'm writing result. Okay, and here only I'm writing that is the result. Okay, and here I will compare that. So if a is greater than 10, so it will become here and it will print a is greater than 10. Okay. Otherwise, what it will be print if that a is not greater than 10, it will become here and it will be print a is smaller than 10. Okay. It will become here. It will be check the condition. If this condition is true, then it will become into the second part and will store into this region. If this condition is false, it will come into the third part or third expression. It will take this value and it will store into the result. Now, check this thing. Now, check these things here. What is the value of a here? That is the 7. What is the value of a here? That is 7. We have to print the result as well here. Result I will print. Okay. So what is the value of a here? That is the 7. So just compare that. Just compare that. 7 is greater than 10. Condition is true or false here. Condition is true or false. 7 is greater than 10 or not. Guys, 7 is greater than 10 or not? False, right? 7 is not greater than 10. So what it will do? It will come into the second part or it will be come into the third part. True means second part, false means third part, right? So if this is false now, so it will come into this third part. It will take this one and it will store into the result. So if I run this one, so result will be print, that is the a is smaller than 10. Now suppose I am writing here simply 17. Now what will happen? It will be check the condition again. What is the value of a here? That is the 17. 17 is greater than 10. Condition is true or false? Condition is true or false, guys? Condition is true. And what it will do? It will come into the second part and it will be stored into this variable, right? And it will be print the first, that is a is greater than 10 is on the console, right? A is greater than 10 is printing on the console. So this is called as the ternary operator. If this expression 1 is true, it will take this expression to store into the variable. If this expression 1 is false, it will take this expression 3, it will store into this variable. Okay. So anyone have any doubt here? Anyone have any doubt till here? Okay. Now we'll come to the another part here. That is the assignment operator. So this is the easy part only. Assignment operator we are seeing from childhood. If you want to assign any values to the variable, for that we are using the assignment operator. This is equals to. Equals to we are using here that x equals to 10 if writing means what is the value of x here? That is 10. And here we have some variation as well. X plus equals to 3 means x equals to x plus 3. X minus equals to 3 means x equals to x minus 3. These are easy only. If you want to use this variation, you can use that. If you are using the big project, if you want to if you want to uh, is, uh, write a lesser code, that time you can use this variation as well. Okay, so this is the variation you have. You can see from here, and you can use this variation as well. X is division equals to 3 means x equals to x division 3. Like that you can use as well. X equals x plus equals to 3 means x equals to x plus 3. We can see that. Right. After that, we have here there is a relational operator. It is check the relation between the two variables or the two values, like less than, greater than, less than equals to, greater than to, instance of is there, equals to, and not equals to is also there. Okay, if you want to check the relation between the two variables or the values, that time simply we are using the less than equals to, less than greater than, less than equals to, greater than equals to, then equals to or the not equals to. Instance of is used for the which instance of that object is belongs to. For that we are using the instance of as well. Okay, so here if you want to check the values, if you have two values here, that is a and the b. So for that, suppose value of a is 10, okay, and value of b equals to 20. If I want to check that that is greater than or less than, so for that we are using the a is b, a is greater than b, a is less than b, or we can check that a is greater than equals to b, or a is less than equal to b. Like that we can check that. Okay, so we can write like this only. Okay, we can check that here. That is, can a is greater than b, can a is less than b, a is equals to b, or a is less than equals to b. We can check like that. Okay, so that is only called as the relational operator. It will check the relation between two variables or the two values. Okay, so that is only called as the relational operator. Okay, so this we will see inside the control statement, like inside the if else. There we are using if else or the looping. In all the statement, we are seeing the relational operator. This is only less than, greater than, less than, equals to, greater than, equals to, same like that only. Okay, we'll see that things inside the control statement in deeper way. Okay, so till that we have completed the operator, like first relational operator, assignment operator, then ternary operator, bitwise operator, then logical operator, and we saw the arithmetic operator. Operators are nothing but the symbols that is used to perform the operations. So these are the operators we have inside the Java. Anyone have any doubt till here? Many operators we have, but I told you the important one only. Okay. So anyone have any doubt till here? Okay. So that is the thing for the today, guys. Today we learn about what is the variable. Sorry, what are the types of variable. Then we learn about what are the keywords, and then we learn about the what are the operators. So today's assignment is that you have to create a program on the operators. Like you have to do the plus, division, modulus, subtraction, addition. You have to do that, and you have to print on the console. And one program you have to do on the ternary operator as well. And after that. Yes, this program only you have to do, and you have to send on the you have to send on the group. And another thing is that you have to create one program on the instance variable, local variable, and the static variable as well, and you have to send it on the group. Okay, so that is the assignment for the today, guys. If you have any doubt, you can ping me anytime, or you can ping me on the group. I will definitely help you. Okay, and if you want